Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the...
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase we're going to be looking at the 2016 Titans Return Grax and Skull Smasher figure. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. I'm going to point out things that you need to be aware of if you have to purchase one for yourself. I'll show you all the accessories that come with him and how you can use them in both modes. And I'll also show you a comparison with him and his original G1 self. Okay then, let's get started. So, he may look familiar at the moment because they have had the Walmart issues of these figures. They're pretty much identical, to be honest, apart from the colour scheme, and what they've been able to do is address some of the issues with these figures, because with these figures, the legs, you can see, I mean, that was no effort whatsoever. Did come with quite a few flaws. So if you're wondering why it looks familiar, it pretty much is exactly the same, apart from the colour scheme, and hopefully they've managed to fix the bits I've just shown you. So let's have a look at him. So here's a deluxe figure, and as you'd expect with the deluxe figure, I'm just going to take off his accessories so we can have a detailed look at him. With the deluxe figure, as you can already see there, we've obviously got the ball and socket joints at the hips. He's also got the waist swivel, the shoulders will go all the way around, and they do move slightly up and down, but some of that is for the transformation process. There's knee joints. There's not really an ankle tilt, to be honest, but there's more than enough articulation in these newer figures. Now, funnily enough, he's called Skull Smasher, but the original Generation 1 figure was called skullcruncher. We believe it was changed due to copyright. I'm going to have real trouble trying to balance him. This I want you to see, actually, because obviously he's got the huge kibble on the back of him. Unless he's really holding on to his weapons, or you've got his arms out straight like that, he is quite hard to pose. So that is something to be aware of. This huge, which can be a gun, I'll show you in a second, is obviously going to double up to be the tail on the back of him as well. But what you can also do is you can fold this bit down. You can then put the gun here as well at the front. So now you've got another enormously large cannon. Again, only problem with these is just getting them to balance. There we go, straight away. Also, the tail can double up with, well, basically you can use the pilot as well. He can sit inside it. So the head here is the other one, to the one that's in the alternate mode. It's small, to be honest. It's really small. It's the Titan Master. Again, they changed the name from headmasters. There's even articulation on his head. You can spin it round, the arms will move as well, and the legs they're joined together. If you're unsure what the G1 figure looked like, here is the G1's version of Grax, and you can see he's much bigger. The only difference being is obviously he hasn't got articulation on his head. He does have split articulation there, but I think what's quite important is when he's in robot mode, you can fold that down and cover up the fact that he's a head, whereas with this guy, he's just there. So what you can do, as I say, you can take these guys and you can sit them inside these as well, and they can be transported around. There's loads of different things that you can do. You can stand him in it with the tabs, because that's pretty much what the idea of them was, to be able to be carried around by their larger selves. So this is his accessory. There's his gun, and I've just shown you that that is the tail accessory as well. Now for the tail, again, if you wanted to, when he's in his alternate mode, you can put that at the back and it would just be the extended part of his tail, which I've only got one of these guns, so I'm just going to quickly show you what else you can do with it. It's stuck completely in, as you can see. Wow, that really is. There you go, there's something to learn. Don't push the gun all the way back in. All right, it's just come out right now then. So let's have a look at the alternate mode. So the alternate mode is quite impressive, to be honest. It really is. Let's have a look at it. Oh, he's not going to stand at all. Things to be aware of are these as well. These are super loose. These come off ever so easy. There's a few little, as I say, errors with this figure, to be honest. There's good articulation there on his head. You can open the mouth, and what I really like about this is the fact that now the pilot doesn't sit in his mouth. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm going to very quickly show you the Generation 1 version, which again, look at that. It's a great homage to the Generation 1 figure, but the Generation 1 figure, believe it or not, literally that's where the pilot sat, which makes it a bit crazy to say the least. He normally does. Is he going to sit down? There we go. There you go. Which obviously now they've took that idea away, which is much better. And you've got this compartment here on the back, so we can take Grax and we can sit him inside. Again, this can be quite fiddly, but also it can be even more fiddly trying to get it out when it goes in. If that goes all the way in there, which I've just shown you, it is now ridiculously difficult to get him out. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the accessories. So we've already seen you could have it as the extra tail at the back, or there's actually a 5mm port there on the underside of his head, so you could have it as a weapon underneath his head as well if you wanted to. So again, you can carry around the weapons in both modes. There we go. I'm going to keep him there. I'm going to stand the original guy back up quickly, and then what we're going to do is just a quick couple of comparisons with the Generation 1 figure in robot mode. So let's stand him up. Will he balance? So obviously the articulation is way better, but you can see that they are quite a bit smaller in every aspect. Obviously the headmaster is much smaller as well. The only thing that's different is the original G1 has a smaller tail and that one is much longer. But let's just do a comparison. You can just see that they are quite a bit bigger, but they're still good toys. I do like them. Again, I haven't seen the Walmart in hand. With me being in the UK, we don't have any Walmarts. I'm just aware of the fact that there's a colour change to make it look more G1 accurate. Right, final thing to have a look at then is the artwork on the box. It's not the greatest, to be fair. We've just got the fact that his head's been removed there. And that's an actual product shot by the looks of it. And then the same on the back, they're product shots saying that it's going to take 11 movements to transform him. And then we've got some adverts for some other Titan Masters that were out in this toy line. There we go then. So I hope you enjoyed looking at him. As I've already said a few times, he is the same as the Walmart one, so it'll give you an idea if you still want to go out and grab the Walmart exclusives, because I've seen them still available. But there you go, guys. He is the 2016 Titans Return Skull Smasher. Hope you enjoyed looking at him, and take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. And don't forget to subscribe.